Get ready for the show, it's about to begin. Pro fan talk when we dive right in. Sports talk, hot takes, ain't nothing we lack. We the real fans, nothing holding us back. Mic check, 1, 2, y'all know the drill. We bringing the energy, we keep it real. Touchdowns on liquid air, on the slam dunks on the court. Every sport, every game, we holding down the fort. We breaking down the plays, dissecting the stats. Pro fan talk, we keeping it fat. Debating with passion, no filter, no doubt. We the voice of the fans, we scream and we shout.
What's going on, people? What's happening? Nice Monday night. A lot of stuff going on. Got my brackets together for the NCAA women's tournament. I watched the Unrivaled finals tonight. And my attention was elsewhere. And then I look up and I see the notification pop up on my iPad. And the Eagles have made another deal. And we have stolen another player from our conference rival New York Giants. And we got Azeez Ojulari, who is an edge / linebacker, but mostly edge. And we have got him in the building. Looked up some of his stats. He's a good player, a little bit injury prone, or at least he was injured last year. I don't want to say injury prone because we got to see, how long he lasts. Every situation is a new endeavor when you go to a new team. Sometimes you just need a fresh start. Look up Mekhi Becton. Sometimes you just need a new start, a fresh start. But again, Howie is addressing some positions of need where we need depth. And we got a roster, man. Shout out to my guy, Tone the Shields, Chalk It Up Sports. I was looking at his tweet. We got Nolan Smith, Jalix Hunt, Bryce Huff, Azeez Ojulari, Josh Uche, and Patrick Johnson. I'm digging that. I'm digging that. That's a good lineup. That is great depth. That is great young depth. I'm trying to see who in that list, who is the oldest player? Maybe Patrick Johnson? Patrick Johnson may be the oldest person on our edge. 27 years old. I believe he is the oldest person at that position right now. Yeah, you do. You suddenly don't feel you feel all right about that. I got you. I agree. I agree. Suddenly you feel good about that now, man. Now, like, what did I tell y'all? What did I tell y'all about Howie Roseman? What did I tell you? Where my thing at? Where my thing at? What did I tell you? He's the chess master. He is not playing checkers. And in case you wasn't paying attention, Derek Stingley just got paid. Derek Stingley just broke the bank. 3 years, 90 million. He's 23 years old. He just broke the bank down in Texas. 3-year, $90 million deal. Man. But once again, Howie's ahead of the game because, the only thing that is going to do is raise the price on Quinyon and Coop. So he got to get ready for that. So now you got Jalen Carter, got to get ready for that contract, probably going to sign it next year. So you got to maneuver money. Then after that, in 2026, you got to get ready for Coop and Quinyon. You got to maneuver money. And now looking at the situation that the Bengals just did, signing Chase Young and T. Higgins. NFL's a copycat league. Don't be surprised if other people try to figure out a way. So, yeah, Stingley gave us a glimpse of the future. He set the market. If you're that good, he set the market. That's the caveat, though. You got to be that good. And we got Cooper DeJean, and Quinyon Mitchell, who, in my opinion, are that good. Not to mention, I've been saying for the last 2 weeks about Vic Fangio is on equal footing with Jeff Stout. Just meaning everybody that he gets into the fold, he makes them better players. Ultimately, that's what you're supposed to do as a coach anyways. But when you look around the league and different teams at different positions, it don't always work out that way. But it is for us. Lucky us. We seem to have found the right quarterback. You got a coach killer. We got a coach maker. Jalen Hurts, every time we getting somebody in the fold and he's an OC, they going off somewhere but getting head coaching gigs. So he ain't a coach killer. He's a coach maker. And we got to give credit to Nick Sirianni for doing what he wanted to do and setting the foundation of how he wants to run this offense, because now I firmly believe that Jalen Hurts has a grasp on the offense, the system that Patullo is going to be running. And anybody else that they bring in, Jalen Hurts understands the recipe. Now, each coach or offensive coordinator is going to put their own spin on it. They're going to put their own ingredients in it and make it their own. But the foundation of what our offense is will remain the same. And that's what Jalen Hurts has got a grasp on. So now, this is just my opinion, it helps when you have some continuity with your coaches. But if we don't, like we have right now, we're in good shape. Now, the only thing I want to see is I want to see Patullo. I want to see him hang around for at least 2 to 3 years. Please. See if we can make that happen. If we can get this offense with Saquon back there and with Quadzilla back there and with Shipley, we got good backs for the next 3 seasons and good backups. So the ultimate equalizer is always injuries, but everybody's battling that. The league balances itself out in that regard because everybody goes through injuries. Everybody has to go through that thing. So we're okay in that regard. Everybody's starting at the same spot. So it's all good. Another guy from Georgia. So that Georgia connection is big. So now you got You don't know what's going to happen with Nakobe, but you got Azeez in it, another Georgia guy. So that connection is still strong. Howie Roseman got a plate of that Southern cooking, and he can't walk away from the table. I ain't mad about that because it's paying dividends. It's paying dividends. Philly, man, listen, man. Go easy on my hometown, bro. Go easy on my hometown. I'm glad that they signed T. Higgins and Chase, but that doesn't address their issue. Joey Burrow threw for damn near 5,000 yards last year. Offense is not the issue. Defense is the issue. They can't stop nobody. How many games did they lose to by last-minute touchdowns or field goals? They lost at least 3 that I saw. So I know. Ease up on my hometown, man. Ease up on my Bengals, bro. I know. But hey, you know what? The flip side of that is you got to look at it like this. You can't, you got to choose, you got to pick your poison. You got to pick your poison, right? So we're lucky that we got a balanced team. Most teams in the league don't. There's only usually a few teams that have a truly balanced team where your offense and your defense can play off each other. One is just as good as the other. The fall off is not very great. The Bengals fall off, however, offense is up here, defense is way down there. And they trying to, every now and then, they trying to put together a good game to give the offense a rest because the offense is doing way too much work. We don't have that problem. We had that problem in 23. We solved that problem in 24. So the Bengals, you can't get mad at them because they saw the results. So what they're going to try to do is build on the defense they got and try to see it. They're going to try to maximize the change with minimum moves. It's been done before, but it takes a hell of a lot of work. And you got to get a lot of players to play above their pay grade. Easier said than done. So now you got to spend money on coaches because your whole game plan on what you run in as a defense really needs to change. Because all you got to do, can you get your defense to win you 3 more games in the season? Can you do that? You already know the offense is going to do their part. So there's not a lot of pieces that you really need. So I like to look at it from that point. Yes, a lot of people are going to look at the Bengals like they were crazy, but think about it. Sometimes all it takes is one player on defense. Well, I think they need more than one player, but you get what I'm trying to say. So we'll see what they're going to do. They're making room. They're making room. They're trying to get some good draft picks in there, but we'll see. We will see. So it's like one of the, let me see. So, okay. So I saw this little clip the other day and it brought up some thoughts. This was in the 1996 draft when the Charlotte Hornets traded away Kobe Bryant. Let me say that again. The Charlotte Hornets traded away Kobe Bryant. The Charlotte Hornets drafted Kobe and they gave him to the Lakers because they didn't think he was going to be any good. They didn't think that the high school kid was going to matter, that he was going to make it. Jerry West saw the writing on the wall. That's why Jerry West is Jerry West, and whoever was running the team with the Charlotte Hornets, I don't know where he is right now. And that's a prime example of even when you pay people to be the smartest guys in the room, most times they are not. Most times they are not. And let's be real, we've been giving the Giants hell this year for what they did with Saquon. Letting Saquon go, you shouldn't have done it, blah, blah, blah. The only mistake they made was giving them to us in the division. But even if they would have kept Saquon and he wanted to stay, let's keep it a buck. He wanted to stay. They weren't going to do nothing because the problem still existed, just like the Bengals. The problem still existed until they were going to address that offensive line. They could have kept Daniel Jones. If they would have figured out a way to make that offensive line better, you could have did something with Saquon. But that just goes to show you, when you put the pieces together the way they should be, it'll work. It's not complicated. Howie Roseman saw an opportunity and he flashed a bunch of money. It's not complicated. Howie Roseman did exactly what the owner of the Giants said he would do. Sure would lose a lot of sleep if somehow Saquon finds his way in our division. That's exactly what happened. And I'm sure there was other teams that was looking at him, but Howie flashed the money. It wasn't hard. And he could have put that money elsewhere. A lot of people reamed Howie Roseman for making that deal for Saquon. He's 27. He's been hurt twice. He got this, blah, blah, blah. Negative, 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 negative. Bad deal, bad deal, bad deal. All those knuckleheads on television, Nick Wright and Cal Hurd and all of them. All of them were saying the same thing. All of them were saying the same thing. But sometimes you just got to let things play out. We were talking tonight. I was watching the Unrivaled game, and I was with my man K-Sap and Keisha on their podcast. And earlier in the season, the head coach of the Rose, the Rose was the team that ended up winning the title. They were giving her the business. And it's like, sometimes you got to just let it play out. It's not going to look the way you want it to look from the beginning. The coach is trying to figure some things out. The players are trying to figure some things out. And you got to let the food cook for a minute, man. You don't just throw it in the pan and then just put it on your plate or throw it in the oven and give it 5 minutes and take it out. You got to let it cook. Sometimes you got to probe it, test the temperature. It ain't quite done. I'm a barbecue guy. I got to put that brisket in. That brisket might go for hours, 8-10 hours. I got to probe it. I got to wait till that temperature hit 203 exactly. Not 195, not 198, not 201. It's got to be 203 exactly before I take that brisket out of the smoker. You got to let it do what it's got to do. And a lot of these teams and coaches and fandoms, they don't want to do that. Again, everybody want instant. Everybody want their quarterback, coach, team. They want to win championships like they making pancakes. Just add water. And it'll happen. You see what just happened in San Francisco. You see what they hope is going to happen in Chicago. You see what they're doing in Pittsburgh. Washington hit a home run. They didn't know it at the time. They were hoping, but their quarterback hit a home run. So what are they doing? They cashing all their chips. They signing everybody they can get. You know why? Because they seeing what we just did. So now, who's at the top of the NFC East? The Eagles and Washington. Cowboys are still trying to play catch up. The Giants are still trying to play catch up. Dallas and the Giants are trying to get players just so they can get back to being an average team. They below average. So they fighting just to keep their head above water. Washington hit a home run with Jay Daniels. And you got a blanket, comfy blanket tight end. So everybody's trying to figure out what we did. And everybody's trying to copy what we did. Did you not hear Michael Irvin on the show on ESPN talking about we need to find a running quarterback? What? Just the fact that people are actually having that type of thought process now, because Jalen Hurts showed them a different way. You ain't got to throw for 1,000 yards. All you got to be is efficient. Think about all of the shit that think of all the shit that they was talking in San Francisco. How good Purdy was. And don't get it twisted. I think Purdy is a good quarterback. I want Purdy to get his money. I got a soft spot for quarterbacks that they didn't think was going to make it. Let me be honest with you. I hate the Cowboys, but I'm a fan of Tony Romo because I remember when they didn't want Tony Romo in there. They was giving him the business, trying to get him kicked out of Dallas. The only thing he did was go in there, ball out, and win. That's it. And if it wasn't for an unfortunate snap, his situation might be different too. But I was a fan of Tony Romo because everybody wanted him out of there. I was a fan of Patrick Mahomes because everybody was looking at Andy Reid like he was crazy. Like, who is this kid from Texas Tech? They ain't win no games. Come on. So I got a soft spot for people like that who defy the odds. I got a soft spot for Kevontae Turpin, MVP of the USFL, finally gets his shot with Dallas and blows it up. I got a soft spot for people like that because they said they couldn't do it. They said Jalen Hurts couldn't do it. And then all these other knuckleheads that, again, they want to check all of them boxes and they ain't never won shit. Trevor Lawrence coming out, ain't won shit. My Joey Burrow from the crib, Cincinnati's own hometown kid. Everything's lined up. The hometown kid went to LSU, was that good, was everything that he could have been. He met every expectation. Couldn't get it done. They done clown Jalen Hurts at every opportunity. And the only thing he's done is go to 2 Super Bowls in 3 years and won one. But both times outplayed the best in the business. There was no misunderstanding. We trying to reload. We're not trying to reconfigure. We're trying to reload. And I think Howie has put some good ammunition back in that gun. And we're going to be ready to fire again. We still got the young guns. Hell, everybody's young. When your oldest vet is 27, it's a good place to be. Carlos, I'm not worried about the Commanders either. But as somebody that's a fan of the league and a fan of football, my outlook will always be different because I got friends. I got a special place for the Commanders, for Washington, for the Redskins, because I got a chance to be coached by Doug Williams. So that's always going to be a place. You know what I'm saying? I'm always going to have a special place for the Redskins. Back in the day, the Redskins. So plus, I want to see everybody. I want to see Jaden Daniels succeed. I just don't want to see him beat us. That's the way it's supposed to be. So I got love for all the teams, all of them. I'm trying to go find it. Even Parsons, even Micah Parsons down in Dallas. I'm trying to find where I said this. This was back when I was on A2D radio. And I remember saying, if Micah Parsons continues to do what he does and just plays ball, if he doesn't drink the Dallas Kool-Aid, he is going to be a problem. And a couple of months after I said that, after I had that podcast, that's when he started his podcast. And I was like, well, that's a wrap. And then you look at it now, and it's like, man, him and DeMarcus Lawrence, that was funny. DeMarcus Lawrence, in my opinion, shut him down. Like, dude, get off the freaking podcast and get off Twitter and worry about winning. Because the optics of it aren't good. The optics of it, y'all getting y'all brains beat in, and then you want to go run and tell it on the podcast. And it's like, man, some things you just need to keep in house. Some problems you need to handle in house. Ain't nobody on the outside need to know what your family business is. You can't do that all the time. And there is a price to pay. Even with us, there's a price to pay when you can't keep shit in-house. Ask Brandon Graham. Ask CJ Garner-Johnson. When you put your business out there and you want to be Ask Slay, when you on the podcast too much, sometimes you just need to let people wonder what you're doing, what you're thinking, and what you said. Let them wonder. Don't give them all the answers. Sometimes you just gotta keep it quiet and shut it down. I'm gonna let you think what it is. It's almost like The Sopranos. What happened that last episode of The Sopranos? What happened when the lights went out? What happened when the scene cut? Did somebody get killed? Did they blow up the diner? Did they just keep eating like a normal family? Like, what happened? But because they shut it off, everybody's wondering how it ended. And that was the point. You come up with your own conclusion. It don't mean you didn't enjoy everything up to that point, but sometimes you just got to shut it down and just let people wonder. Don't give them a straight answer. Because the way the landscape is now, can't nobody come up with a straight answer. And it's all about that nonsense. So, I don't know, Carlos. I didn't see about Lane's new deal. I haven't seen that yet. I didn't know I saw something about Lane Johnson. I didn't realize he got a new deal. Let's see. Lane Johnson. Eagles reward Lane Johnson with a lucrative rework deal. Eagles standout offensive tackle Lane Johnson reworked his contract to add $8 million over the next 2 years and an additional $30 million in guarantees. His agent Ken Sarnoff told ESPN. Johnson added 1 year at $25 million to the deal and is now under contract through 2027. He will earn $48 million over the next 2 years, including $40 million guaranteed. Johnson, who was 34, has been named to 6 Pro Bowls, including each of the past 3 seasons, and has twice been named first-team All-Pro. He's a Hall of Famer now, especially now that he's got a Super Bowl win. He's definitely a Hall of Famer. Long considered one of the best tackles in the league. He anchored the group 2024, helped Saquon Barkley, blah, 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 blah. All right, that's about it. So they reworked his deal. I don't know about the cap yet. I got to do some more digging on that. $40 million guaranteed. I gotta juxtapose that on what his old contract looked like, because clearly Howie has shuffled some money around. So I definitely want to see that. So tell you what, man, Lane Johnson and that DB need to get together and go bowling. Shit, that's a whole lot of money, man. That's a whole lot of money. Point of notice, this Thursday on my regular podcast time. What I'm trying to do, I got to make a call tomorrow. I will be down at NovaCare on Thursday night. They are having a lounge party for the alumni and family and friends. And I will be down there taking pictures of the Super Bowl trophy. I'll be down there with a bunch of other alumni. I'm bringing my family, bringing my grandson, bringing my nephew, and one of my best friends. So we're going to have some fun down there. It'll be a bunch of pictures. I am going to attempt to do some type of live stream. I don't know how that's going to work out, but once I get down there, I'll be able to survey the situation in the environment to see if it's really if it's really a good thing that I should try to do that, because it just might not be the right place and time. But I'm going to try to. I'm going to get some footage, but the live stream is what I'm saying. I'm going to attempt to live stream. It's only from 6 to 8, so I'm going to try to get there early, get a couple pictures with the trophy. Because what I want to do is get with the trophy, and then I basically want to walk around and talk with people. And hopefully I can be able to do that live, but I don't know. If not, I'm going to have a camera. I'm going to have a lot of footage, a lot of video stuff, and we're going to make some things happen. So should be a lot of fun. Can't wait to do it. So look forward to that. If not Thursday, I'll have something up on Friday. And then if everything goes the way that I want, if I can't go live at on location at NovaCare, then as soon as I get home, I'm gonna go live and share everything I saw and that we talked about, all that type of stuff. So looking forward to it, man. So we listen, we continue to make moves. Howie's continued to play the game. And he's good at it. You already know. And I think the Eagles are in good shape. The Eagles are in good shape. I'm in man, I feel like I'm in Cancun. I feel like I'm in Cancun. Carlos, um it'll still be here. It'll be like at 7 to 8 o'clock here on my channel. I'm just trying to see if I can stream live while I'm at NovaCare. NovaCare is the practice facility here in Philadelphia where the Eagles practice. So we did the same thing when we won in 2017. Um, we go in there. It's a big room right next to where the cafeteria is, where the players go in and eat when they have practice. But they got a room kind of cordoned off. They put the same type of little curtain background like they use in the media, where they got the Eagles logo all over it. And I don't know if this is going to be sponsored or whatever, but they'll have that. They'll have the Super Bowl trophies. They're going to have both of them. And then people are basically, it's first come, first served, and people are going to get up there, take pictures and all of that type of stuff. So it should be fun. They'll give you a chance to hold a trophy and snap your shots, and you just keep passing it along, and you just wait for your turn to get with the trophy. So you guys seen a couple other ones where I took pictures with the trophy. I got some pictures when I was at the art museum, and then I got some pictures at the party from 2017. So she'll get some good shots. She gets some good shots. So this will be Thursday, probably late Thursday. If I cannot do a live stream, well, let me just say it like this: Thursday night, probably around this time, I'm gonna go again. I'm gonna go again because I think what I might do is I might continue this streak of going later, because it seems like my attendance, my views are getting better if I'm going at like 10 or 11 o'clock at night, because I'm getting a better, I guess, better feedback from the Midwest and the West Coast. So, and I like that. So whatever I got to do um, to keep it going. If you haven't noticed, if you haven't been watching um, my little scroll bar on the bottom, memberships are activated. I got my memberships going. So was real happy about that. So got my first member the other day. So as far as I know, I only got one member. So memberships are what, 299, 299 and 699, I think it is. And eventually I got a veteran membership, which is 299. I got a starters membership, which is 699. And I think I'm gonna get once I really get it together, figure out what I want to do, I'm gonna get a all-star membership. So the memberships are active. So if you want to join, I'd appreciate you. And if you want to stay exactly like you are, I appreciate you nonetheless. So, but we don't get to it. Yeah, man, we should have a top five defense. We should have a top five defense. We should be good. Speaking of defense, I am trying to I got to give him a call. Um, if I can get him last minute tomorrow, I'm going to reach out to Darwin Walker, see if I can get him on. Because when I saw him at the parade, I was like, dude, I got to get you on the podcast. He said, man, you said that last time. So I got his information. So I'm gonna reach out tomorrow morning and see. I know it's a last minute thing tomorrow, but if I can't get him tomorrow, I'm probably gonna try to get him for next week. So I'm try to get Darwin Walker. Um, try to make that happen. So try to make connections, man. Get some good guests on here. Still getting a lot of good feedback from when I had Irvin Fryer on. I'm gonna get Jason Dunn on again. Trying to get Jason Dunn to hook me up with Tony Gonzalez. That would be dope if we can make that happen. So I'm trying to make my connections, man. I'm trying to make the connections, man. I got a goal. Got a goal to reach. I got to get 10K. I got to get 10K. So I'm looking to figure out some ways. So I need some feedback from you guys. I'm trying to figure out some different ways and some different things I can do with the community, with the team being you guys. Um, so if you guys got any ideas, I've been trying to be a little bit more active on Facebook. Um, like I'm on Facebook, Threads, Blue Sky, Instagram. I'm trying to concentrate a little bit more on Instagram. Because I'm just trying to get to a point where I want to cultivate the conversations. Um, Doing a lot of stuff on Discord. I do have a Discord. Was it a Discord room, Discord server? You can go to Discord and look up Pro Fan Talk. You'll find me there. Um, so I'm trying to cultivate conversations and feedback in different sources, ultimately funneling everybody to here on YouTube because YouTube is where the focus is. So I think I did make the decision. Um, I am I did start my second channel. I'll show you that real quick because I've been hearing this a lot, and I'm talking about people like when I do seminars and uh, other people that do content creation and all that kind of stuff. And they were saying you got to separate like the football and your other stuff. So I started All Hoops, Pro Fan Hoops, and all I'm doing is all the content I do on the NCAA and the WNBA will be here. I got a couple videos and I just posted this one about Caitlin Clark today. But even though that kind of stuff is still on my normal channel, what I'm trying to do is I'm trying to separate the two. So I want to keep this channel strictly for football. And I want to keep that one strictly for basketball. Every now and then I'll dibble and dabble. I might talk about NASCAR every now and then, or, still doing trending topics. So, stuff like that has still happened. But the majority of the NCAA women's game, the WNBA, Unrivaled, all of that stuff is going to go on my hoops channel. So, because I want to try to keep this a little bit more Eagles focused. So we'll see what happens. We'll see what happens. But if you got any feedback, if you got any ideas, man, hit me up. Hit me up. Because I'm trying to do it different. You already know I've been working on my graphics and stuff like that. Got some cool ideas. Got some things in the works, man. Got some things in the works because I'm trying to do it like ain't nobody else doing. Because they can't do what I do, man. So it's all good. It's all good, dude. You're not the first person that said that. But also I'm trying to keep it real. I'm trying to do this. I'm trying to build this brand. And let's keep it a buck. I make okay money off this. And I'm trying to build on that. So I'm trying to do it the right way. I'm looking at my analytics. I'm looking at the things that I got to look at. And I got to go where the analytics tell me to go. Last year, when the season was over with and the WNBA started, my numbers went through the roof for me anyways. My numbers started jumping. My subscriber base started jumping from WNBA content. So I was like, I'm an NFL dude. But I kept running with it. And it kept growing. So I was like, well, I ain't gonna shut it down. That's why I'm putting the basketball stuff on both channels now. Because I'm still gonna continue to operate this like I've been doing, but on the new one, I'm just gonna feed all the basketball stuff. I just want to see how it grows. I've been using Opus clips and all of that kind of stuff. I'm trying to make it work. So yeah, Carlos, I'm gonna keep that going. I'm gonna see what it looks like this year. Because it's not really costing me any time to keep the other one. So I got some other irons in the fire, man. So that could change, but the focus is still here. I'm trying to test the market out there to see if I can do anything a little bit better. So I am one of those people. You guys may have already figured this out. I am not somebody who knows everything. So I'm always looking for feedback because I know somebody out there that knows more than me. So I'm always trying to do that. CC is White Mike. Yeah, I just did a thing on I just did it because I'm a Caitlin Clark fan. I'm an Indiana Fever fan, but I'm an Indiana Fever fan because of Kelsey Mitchell. And Caitlin Clark just went to that team. Now I watch Caitlin Clark and I like Caitlin Clark. But Caitlin Clark and Angel Reese, man, they all getting the hate. They all getting the hate. What's up, 88s with the new membership? I appreciate you, bro. Appreciate you. Slowly but surely, man. This is grind. That organic growth, man. That organic growth. So, but yeah, Caitlin Clark, man, she get the hate. Angel Reese get the hate. I don't understand it, and I just try to keep it real in both cases, man. But yeah, listen, I talked about that. I did a video about that. I think I'm gonna do another video about that. The WNBA is in a very unique position because of exactly what you just said. 88s, I appreciate you so much, brother. Thank you again. The NBA is down. I agree with you 100%, Pat. The NBA is down. And people just ain't enjoying it. They're not enjoying it. And the WNBA is turning heads right now. I always use this example. If you put Caitlin Clark and Steph Curry side by side and they signing autographs, Caitlin Clark's line is going to be just as long as Steph's. I believe that right now. At this particular moment, yeah. So they the WNBA is at a threshold right now because they got this season coming in and they got a new CBA deal coming up that they got to work out because they know they're about to cash this check for $2.2 billion over the next 10 years for media rights. So they got a little bit of leverage. The problem is they trying to act like it's not because of Caitlin Clark and Angel Reese. You can't, in my opinion, you can't separate the two anymore. You could last year during the season because, in my opinion, Caitlin Clark was far and away the rookie of the year. Angel Reese made a case until she got hurt. Because I don't give a damn what anybody say. I don't care how many missed layups she had. When you getting all them rebounds, you're doing something right. And if everybody was complaining about all her getting her own rebound or something like that, the other teams had plenty of opportunity to take them rebounds from her and stop her from getting her own rebound. The problem is they couldn't do it. So guess what? She did what she did, and she pulled down more rebounds than anybody in history. So you got to give her credit. So it was a 1-2 race. I didn't think she was going to beat Caitlin Clark, but she was damn close for a minute because she was averaging a double-double as a rookie, playing the blocks. You got to give her credit for that. But she got hurt, didn't work out. It is what it is. But those two people right now are driving the WNBA. Caitlin Clark and Angel Reese. And I'll throw in A'ja Wilson. Because A'ja Wilson was doing it for Las Vegas. And here's my logic on that. A'ja Wilson down in Las Vegas. Las Vegas was the only team last year or the year before last. They were the only team to sell out their season tickets before the season started, before Caitlin Clark came on the scene. They were selling out their season tickets down in Vegas. So they had a market. So Las Vegas was one of those teams that could put 10 to 15 in the arena every time they played. Most of the other teams couldn't do it. Las Vegas, New York was doing it. I got to look at the stats, but it wasn't everybody. So I will definitely put A'ja Wilson in that, marketability, and then with everything that Fee Collier and Breonna Stewart did with the Unrivaled League, that's even more eyes on you because everybody gonna follow the girls from Unrivaled back to the W. So I'm saying all that to say WNBA is in a good spot right now. And they need to take advantage of this lull in the NBA because the NBA does have a real problem. Nobody wants to watch the All-Star game. Nobody really pays attention to the regular season. Everybody's watching the playoffs. So, but in any case, yeah, Carlos, the money's going to go up. The money's going to go up. Here's the thing. How much are the players going to ask for? There's no way they can ask for what the NBA players are getting. And I don't think they were going to do that. But what I think they will do, I don't think it's unreasonable for them to ask for double or triple what they're getting paid now. Because it's interesting what they do in the WNBA. They'll say somebody signed for a $500,000 contract. But what they don't tell you is that's a $500,000 contract over 4 years. It's not many people making like, $1 million a year, which would be the minimum. They don't even make what the minimum NFL salary is. Not even close. Their minimum salary, their average salary is like 75. So that's going to go up. So I'm thinking that the minimum salary is going to go up in the W to like maybe 150 or something like that. And then they're going to be able to do contracts on the average anywhere between $200,000 and $500,000. That's way that they're going to start making some real money. And now you got eyes on you. So you got endorsement deals and things of that nature because let's be real. Caitlin Clark, Angel Reese, Cameron Brink, Paige Beckers, when she gets drafted, when they go into the WNBA, all of them taking a pay cut because they making more NIL money than they are going to be making in the league. So we'll see what they do. We'll see what they do. Yeah, it's Magic and Bird, but Magic and Bird played the same position though. They were both forwards. Angel Reese and Caitlin Clark don't play each other. Caitlin Clark is a guard or a guard/forward, and Angel Reese plays down low. So they don't even play each other. So even to say that's a rival that's confusing. What's making the NBA so bad is I just think that you got fatigue. You got all these players making all of this money, and then you got load management, and you spend all that money on tickets, and then LeBron ain't playing, Steph ain't playing, Ja not playing, Ja got suspended, Wemby's out. And it's to the point now where it's just like it's fluff. It's fluff. Anytime the most interesting thing is Stephen A. Smith and LeBron James arguing on the court, and you're not talking about the game and who's doing what and all of that stuff. I think it got screwed up when Ja Morant got arrested. Was that last year or 2 years ago? Because Ja Morant was going to be the new face of the league. Anthony Richardson don't want it. And he already got his troubles with, not troubles, but the whole situation with him and his kids. That's like, it's just not a good look. It's not a good look at all. So they suffering from an image problem. And who you going to watch? LeBron is 40-something. Ja Morant, he's cautious. You know he got the talent. Wemby just got hurt. Everybody's sick of Luka. Because they trying to look for somebody who's American. That's the problem. So you got Ja, you got Anthony Richardson, Wemby's a foreigner, Luka's a foreigner. I'm trying to think who else American. LeBron's about to retire. Steph's not long after him. Like the whole guard, Kyrie got hurt. There's nobody there. There's nobody to pass the torch to. Or if they are passing the torch to, you got a weak leg running this relay. They're going to get hawked down a little bit. So I'm like, think about it like this. The dude that has won the slam dunk contest for the last 2 seasons is some dude that's not even in the NBA. Mac McClung is not even in the NBA. That's how bad they doing. And you got too much competition. And kind of for the same reason I was talking about Micah Parsons. Everybody in the NBA got a podcast. Everybody got something to say after the game, and it's just not a good look. And people are tired of it. Now, what the WNBA is doing is the WNBA is getting people like me, where I'm not a lifer. I couldn't, I never watched Cheryl Swoops play. I didn't watch Rebecca Lobo play. I watched them when they was in the Olympics, but when it came to the W, I didn't watch that. And back then, they weren't on TV a lot. So I don't consider myself a diehard. I'm still a new, last year was my rookie year for me being a WNBA fan. But the WNBA is looking for people like me, people that are willing to invest and pay money and watch the games and buy merch and all of that stuff. That's me now. I'm a new customer. I'm not talking about the people that have been here for 20 years. You know what they're going to bring to the table, but they're not making money. I'm the one that's making the money. So all of these new people that's watching and looking at Unrivaled and all and following Paige and Juju and all of them new players coming into the league, because Caitlin and Angel, they showed the golden way. Caitlin and Angel showed that your college fan base will follow you to the W, especially with Caitlin Clark. They're trying to force it with Juju Watkins and they're trying to force it with Paige Beckers. But the audience will tell you who they want to watch. I saw the other day where they showed at UConn, the students getting in line to buy tickets at like 5 a.m. Caitlin Clark started that because it was a game in Iowa. It was an 8 o'clock game, and they had a big thing in the news where the students would line up at 4 o'clock in the morning to get tickets for an 8 o'clock game because Caitlin Clark was playing. And then they played that outdoor game in the football stadium, and it was packed. And Iowa's promotion did her right. Iowa's promotional team, that school's promotional team, and how they did the whole playing outside in the football stadium was dope. If you haven't seen it, go on YouTube, watch a video of it. It is really cool. It's almost like the first time that the vibes that I got was the first time that they played the outdoor classic in the NHL. They played in football stadiums outside, and it was cool. And it worked. So, of course, you got weather issues. You got to make sure it's going to be a great day and all that type of stuff. But still, it was something different that you had never seen before. And then I think Penn State did it. And then a couple other teams were doing it and it started to catch on. But at the end of the day, whatever you got to do to get people to watch is whatever you got to do to get people to watch. That's how I see it. And right now, the WNBA has a limited window of opportunity because the NBA is down. And because when Caitlin Clark goes to an NBA game, people want her autograph. If Angel Reese shows up to a game, people want her autograph. If Cam Brink shows up to a game, people want her autograph. And you got pro players going to WNBA games now. So it's shifted a little bit. So now they're in a good position. They got eyes on them, which means the endorsements are going to go up, which means the money that they're going to make from the TV deals is going to go up, which means everybody's going to get paid. All they got to do is play their cards right, and everybody's about to eat. That's what's going to happen if they play their cards right. The WNBA Players Association got to do what they're supposed to do, and they got to stop. If you're gonna sit out, stop talking about it. That's something you're gonna decide to do when you decide to do it, and everybody ain't always down on that. I've been through that. It's not always what you think because you just assuming that the guys that's talking to you or speaking for you have your best interest in mind. And sometimes they don't. And it ain't gonna be this, it's gonna be the same way with the women. It's gonna be the same way with the women. You can see sometimes during the season, that they couldn't even get along amongst themselves. It was always some type of catty little thing, and it's women being women. So they gotta come together on a united front. I said this the other day. I was talking to my twin sister about this. I don't understand why Angel Reese and Caitlin Clark have not gotten together and promoted something together. I don't understand why that hasn't happened. Kathy Engelbert, as the commissioner of the league, should have got them two together first and was like, okay, we're gonna put something together for you two specifically because they are driving the league. Yes, you could, do something with add Asia Wilson and add Sabrina Ionescu and whoever you got to add to it. But Caitlin Clark and Angel Reese need to do something together to promote the league because that's what the league needs. So, but in spite of all of that, they're still in a good spot. They still got a chance to make some money over the next 3 to 5 years. And they might even get into the black and stop losing money. Maybe. We'll see. We shall see. Yeah. Going back and look at I just lost it. Oh, yeah. They don't battle in the paint no more. Exactly. Listen, that was the issue. That's the issue that I got with like Joel Embiid. Bro, you 7'1". If you don't stop shooting damn threes, I need you to play on the post, get the ball in your hands, and dunk on anybody that's remotely close to you. That's what I want you to do. I don't want you on the perimeter trying to shake somebody like you Iverson and pulling up for a 25-foot three-pointer. I don't need that from you. I know you can do it, but I need you on the blocks, slamming on people, getting to the free throw line. I don't need you to shooting threes every game. I don't need you shooting 10 threes. I don't need you trying to cross somebody over at 7'1". Come on, son. And now you can't even walk. That's why the NBA is down. I agree with you 100%, man. It's Dirk Nowitzki's fault. You had a 7-footer come in, another 7'1" dude down in Dallas that was draining threes. And then after that, everybody lost their damn mind. Everybody had to shoot threes. I never forget when Dennis Rodman started shooting threes. And Phil Jackson couldn't do nothing with him. And then he started making them. So, yeah, it is what it is. Perfect opportunity for women in sports ad campaign or something. I don't know, man. I am sure they got some creative people. They got to come up with something. It ain't even got to be complicated. All you got to do is just have them on the screen at the same time. Very similar to what they did in the WNBA All-Star game. The internet lost their shit when Caitlin Clark passed the ball to Angel Reese and she scored. The internet lost their shit because that's what everybody wanted to see in the first place. And it just destroyed that rumor that they didn't like each other and all of that bullshit. And it's like, you ain't got to like each other to respect each other. They don't even play together. And they both said the same thing. They've been knowing each other for years. That you ain't got to hang out to have a mutual respect for somebody. After the game, you dap them up and I'll see you, we'll get you next game. So to dispel that rumor, because you got a lot of people, trying to throw the isms in there on both sides, Caitlin's side and Angel's side. But in my opinion, the minute that those two entities figure out a way to get together, that's going to benefit the whole league. That's going to benefit the whole league. So we'll see. We'll see what they do. We'll see what they do. But man, we've been all over the place, man. I went from football to memberships to WNBA because every time I try to WNBA sneak in there, man, and there's some good conversations. It's some good conversations, man. So, because I want to see them succeed. My logic is a little bit different. I got two sisters, so that's why I'm into. I think the problem was a lot of men don't know how to watch the women's sports. Women's national hockey is not hockey, but soccer is the bomb. If you watch it, if you can watch the dudes, you can watch the women. They do the same stuff, except usually women are going to be more fundamentally sound because most women ain't going to jump out the gym. They're not doing 360 dunks and all of that kind of stuff. They don't have that type of power. But when it comes to the basics, and if you a student of the game and want to watch somebody be fundamentally sound and things of that nature, that's why I think the WNBA is gaining so much ground on the NBA because of what you were saying earlier, Pat. Like everybody's sick of everybody just drawing back for the threes. Everybody shooting threes. Nobody does any post work. And the women, for the most part, the WNBA keeps it fundamental. So I hope they get this good deal. I hope they start paying these players what they deserve to be paid. But more importantly, I hope that the WNBA as a league can capture and keep this audience that they have built up since Caitlin Clark and Angel Reese joined the league. That's the most important thing. You got to keep everybody entertained. Are you not entertained? So, all right, man. We went from the Eagles signing a new edge rusher to the WNBA, man. So we getting it done. We getting it in. But I'm gonna get up out of here. It's 12 o'clock on the dot. Hey, I made good time, man. Made good time. But I'm gonna get up out of here. I will be streaming tomorrow, probably the same time. You know what? Let's kick this back. Let's kick it back to like I'm gonna start going at like 10, 11 o'clock. I'm gonna try tomorrow like at 10 because I'm trying to figure out what I can do to boost the numbers. The goal is I got to get to like where I got like 100 people on the stream at the same time. That's the goal. You got to get to like where there's 100 people on the stream at the same time. So bring a friend next time. Invite somebody because I'm still good. I didn't do it tonight, but you know, normally every time I'm live, I'm dropping that link. So if you want to come on and you know make your, you know, give your points or speak your piece, we can do that. So we'll be doing that tomorrow. You know how we do it. 88s. Once again, I appreciate you, brother. Thank you for becoming a member of my team. But I'm gonna get out of here, man. So my man KSAP is one of my dudes that I joined his network, his membership. So check out KSAP if you like women's basketball, WNBA, Chicago Sky, Angel Reese. Check them out. I'm a member. So appreciate you, KSAP. Appreciate the membership. KSAP is number 3 on the new squad. So we moving and shaking, bro. We moving and shaking, man. Hit me up, KSAP. You know we got some stuff we need to talk about, bro. So do that. But I'm gonna get up out of here, man. We're gonna do the same thing tomorrow. I will be dropping the link tomorrow for sure. For sure. So got some stuff. Mortis, I appreciate you, man. Appreciate you. Keep it moving. Keep it moving. Keep it moving. We're trying to grow. Bring your friends. The goal is to reach 10K by my birthday in July. That's the goal. Reach 10K subscribers by my birthday in July. So we'll see if we can do it, man. So 88, Simply Ball Dropping. 63, Mortis. My boy from Kentucky, representing. So appreciate y'all, man. Appreciate y'all. We're going to keep this thing moving. We're going to keep it growing. We're going to keep it growing. All right. Appreciate you being members of my team. And let's do it again tomorrow. I will be back. Continue to check me out on all the socials, Instagram, Threads, Blue Sky, Twitter. I'm there. We're going to be kicking out. I would imagine there's going to be a lot of talk about the Eagles and their new signees. So we'll be getting into that. And then we'll be dropping it like it's hot tomorrow. So I will see y'all there tomorrow. Let's say it like this. Tomorrow, you know what? Don't change nothing. Tomorrow at 11 o'clock. That's what we're going to do. Tomorrow at 11. And then Thursday, I'm going to be trying to, like I said, I'm going to try to stream from the event. from the event with the Super Bowl trophies. And if I cannot, then I'll just pick it up when I get home, probably around 10, 11 o'clock. So, all right, stay tuned. I'm getting up out of here. Y'all have a good night. I love you. God loves you. Be safe. Go Birds. I'm out.